Psychological operations are a form of mass mind control that blend deception, emotion, and information warfare to destabilize perception and manipulate collective consciousness. At their core, these operations seek to shape beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors of individuals or entire population without them being aware of the manipulation at play. They often involve the strategic use of misinformation, disinformation, and psychological tactics to influence public opinion, sow confusion, and undermine trust in key institutions. The techniques employed are sophisticated, drawing on a deep understanding of human psychology, emotional triggers, and cognitive biases. One of the most effective aspects of these operations is their ability to create confusion by presenting conflicting information, which causes people to doubt their own perceptions and judgment. Emotional manipulation plays a critical role in this process, as these operations often aim to evoke strong emotional responses, whether fear, anger, or hope, which can cloud rational thinking. By attaching powerful emotions to specific ideas, events, or figures, the manipulators can alter the way people interpret information, driving them to accept or reject ideas based on their emotional reactions rather than their logical analysis. Furthermore, these tactics can destabilize collective consciousness by fracturing social unity and creating divisions within groups. This is often done by amplifying pre-existing tensions or introducing new ones, fostering a climate of fear and mistrust that prevents people from coming together in pursuit of common goals. In some cases, these operations may also involve the use of symbolic events or actions designed to trigger widespread emotional responses, further deepening the divide between groups. By fragmenting collective consciousness, the manipulators make it more difficult for people to recognize shared truth and work towards collective solutions, thus reinforcing the power structures that benefit from division and confusion. Through these means, these covert strategies operate as highly effective methods of controlling mass perception, ensuring that individuals and societies remain malleable and susceptible to influence. In addition to the core tactics of deception, emotional manipulation, and destabilization, these strategies often operate on multiple levels to enhance their effectiveness. One key aspect is the strategic timing of these operations. They are frequently deployed during times of crisis or significant social unrest, when the public is already in a heightened state of emotional arousal. This creates the perfect environment for introducing narratives that may otherwise be met with resistance. By exploiting moments of vulnerability, such as a national tragedy, political scandal, or economic collapse, these operations can guide the emotional and intellectual responses of the population in ways that align with the interest of the orchestrators, often without the public realizing they're being manipulated. Another critical aspect is the ability to leverage both traditional and modern media in today's digital age. The scope and speed with which information spreads are unprecedented. Social media platforms, news outlets, and even entertainment channels are all tools that can be used to disseminate carefully crafted messages, both subtly and overtly. In many cases, these operations are designed to work through influencers, celebrities, and public figures who are seen as trusted voices within the community. By positioning these individuals as advocates or authoritative figures in the narrative, those orchestrating the strategy can spread disinformation more effectively, as people are more likely to believe information coming from a familiar or relatable source. This creates a powerful echo chamber where the manipulated narrative is reinforced through repeated exposure and social validation. These operations also take advantage of the psychological phenomenon known as cognitive dissonance, where individuals experience discomfort when confronted with information that contradicts their pre-existing beliefs. To resolve this discomfort, people often double down on their current beliefs or dismiss the contradictory information, regardless of its validity. The manipulators exploit this tendency by planting narratives that resonate with the target population's existing biases or fears, making them more likely to accept the manipulated information and reject opposing viewpoints. This technique is especially effective when dealing with polarizing topics, as it ensures that individuals remain entrenched in their positions, even if those positions are based on false or misleading information. Furthermore, these strategies can blur the line between truth and falsehood by presenting information in a way that seems credible on the surface, yet is subtly distorted or incomplete. This makes it difficult for individuals to discern fact from fiction, creating an environment in which trust in the media and institutions erodes and skepticism runs rampant. In such an environment, people may rely more heavily on their emotional responses or the opinions of others rather than engaging in critical thinking, making them easier to manipulate. The long term impact on collective consciousness is profound. Over time, the continuous exposure to manipulated narratives and emotional conditioning erodes the capacity for independent thought, creating a society where conformity is the default and dissent is marginalized or neutralized. As these tactics unfold, the public becomes more passive, accepting the distorted versions of reality presented to them, and ultimately they lose the ability to question or resist the structures of power that continue to shape their lives. These strategies, in this sense, are not just tools of short term control, but also long term mechanisms for ensuring that the public remains malleable, compliant, and disconnected from the truth.